Hey, join my Discord, link in the description. Ivan Bravo. Lucas Alaza is just alone, as we all know, and once he's gone, it's just Manu Sanchez. 19-year-old former La Masia project Ivan Bravo will change that. Next year, expect the right back position to be a working process. Trust in Manu. 1.7 million, a great investment. So welcome Ivan to Celta Vigo. Nicolas Nkulu. Again, we have to look into the future of the club. Most of our center backs are loans, so we need to seal the holes in advance. Nicolas Nkulu on a free is magical with the ideal stats he has. He's got at least one more solid year as he adds experience to Quaresma's youthfulness. 5th place Sevilla. Free kick early on into this one. It's a header towards the keeper, but it's an easy catch. O Celestes with an opportunity in the 27th minute being created. It's Iago Aspas outside the center circle. Brings a great ball to Bryce Mendes on the right flank. He's closed down by the fullback though. Drops it to Iago Aspas, back to Yakushlu. Yakushlu then drops it up to Fran Beltran. Beltran with the shot, but it floats over the crossbar. Sevilla with their first direct opportunity in the 41st minute. It's Lucas Ocampos. He's dispossessed though, and Celta Vigo could transition into a bit of a counterattack. It's Iago Aspas, sees the run of Denis Suarez. Suarez gets past his defender, but then gets closed down by him pretty quickly. Drops it to Iago Aspas, and Iago Aspas, when that ball is near his feet, near the goal, there's definitely going to be something happening, and there you go, 1-0 to Celta Vigo, just like that. Sevilla continue to go on forward though. They are not done with us, and they definitely won't be for a while. It's Gudelj, passes it to Oscar. Oscar then gets it to Suso. Suso drops it down to Lucas Ocampos. Now En-Nesyri. En-Nesyri with a lovely lob ball up to Lucas Ocampos, and Ocampos with a lovely volley into the back of the net. It's now deadlocked at 1-1. Nearly 20 minutes later, it's Vigo with an opportunity, headed down to Bryce Mendes. Bryce Mendes then just runs across the pitch, waits patiently for the ball to Denis Suarez, and Suarez cannot finish that one. It's a good save by the keeper, and that's how that match would end, and we get another point from Sevilla. 10th place Valencia. Last time we faced Valencia, it didn't end up that well for us because we lost 2-1 to them thanks to a header later on in that match. But this is a new match, and we can redeem ourselves. Iago Aspas to Denis Suarez. Suarez drops it to Yakushlu. Yakushlu with a lovely through ball to Denis. A little bit later on though, a throw-in for Vigo. It's Denis Suarez it gets to. Now he passes it to the feet of Fran Beltran. Iago Aspas now on the ball. A great turn, and that is a beautiful finish. 1-0 thanks to the man who continues to score for us. Age is just a number, and I only mean that because he's 30 and he's scoring goals. I always gotta mention that context before we get a little bit too suspicious. Valencia discovering some attacks for themselves though. It's Maxi Gomez drawing in a defender. Brings it to Hitaren. Trust in Manu. Gets around Manu Sanchez, gets around the keeper. That's a great finish in off the post, and Valencia equalize it right before the half. But this time around, we were not going to let Valencia bully us again. It's Beltran to Denis Suarez. Suarez to Yakushlu. Has some space, has a shot, and it's saved brilliantly by the keeper. A few minutes later, it's the Celts, and they continue to progress forward, adding more and more threats to this box of Valencia's. It's Bryce Mendes, passes it to Yakushlu. Yakushlu now to Iago Aspas, another turn and another great finish from the man. He's got 2, Celta Vigo have 2, and we have replenished the lead. On 4th they come. Jesus. On 4th they come again. It's Araujo to Beltran. Beltran, good ball to Yakushlu. An even better one to Iago Aspas. Goes into the box, then turns, and he's just the man who turns and finishes, and he's got himself a hat-trick. He's found success all night through just those 2 moves, and we get ourselves another 3 points. Looking at the table, it is still a very, very close race between 3rd and 6th. The gap between them is just 4 points, which means there is a possibility that we could qualify for the Champions League. How likely that is? Probably not too likely, but the Europa League in our first season would be quite impressive. Now, I've noticed some of you are not very happy with the releasing of Daniel Maldonado, the wonder kid from episode 1. And well, in that case, I guess you guys should support a child predator, which I don't know, man. That seems kind of cringe. Next up, the team we drew 0-0 against, Levante, who are in 8th place currently. It's Levante once again in the driver's seat in the first half, just like the last match. It's Clerc running towards the byline, but then he stops, passes it up to Taremi, and Taremi goes towards Ido, passes it to Morales, and that one's blocked, thankfully. But like I said, it was Levante all the time in this first half. It's Taremi, lobs it up to Malero. Malero now to Morales. Morales tries to get around Ido, doesn't work out, he gets closed down, but then Malero to Morales, links up again with Malero, and Malero just misses the net. And maybe I was lying, there's an opportunity here in the 25th minute for Os Celestes. It's Beltran, a lovely pass to that man Luis Sinistera. Sinistera with a little bit of a cut inside, a ball roll, now to Beltran, but it's stopped by the defender, and now it's Levante with an opportunity to counterattack. It's Taremi to Rojina, and Rojina has so much space, he has just the keeper to beat, but oh wait, what's this? It's Ido running for his life, running for his job basically, as he stops the attacker last minute, and that's a fantastic bit of defensive play from the defender. Second half played, Levante applied the pressure again, but it's Hugo Mayo to stop this one, and Hugo Mayo this season honestly has been pretty impressive. He's had his times where he's shown his weaknesses of his pace, but besides that, he's honestly been pretty solid. But he drops it down to Yakuslu. Yakuslu now to Denis Suarez. Suarez spots the run of Iago Aspas, finds him, it's saved by the keeper, but then off the rebound, it's Denis Suarez running onto that one and finding the back of the nets, and it's 1-0 to Celta Vigo, just like that. Later on, a corner for Celta Vigo, whipped in Bryce Mendes, and it goes right back to Bryce Mendes. Bryce Mendes can just continue this attack for them now, as he passes it to Luis Sinistera. Sinistera pokes it into Denis Suarez. Now he gets a lovely pass to Santi Mina, some good vision shown there, and Santi Mina scores for the first time in like an age. Oh, and by the way, I probably should mention the fact that we went back to a one-striker formation, because I just feel a little bit more comfortable that way. We've been winning more, as you can see, and we've just been more successful that way, and it's because of that that we are in a good position to possibly qualify for the Champions League. Anyways, enough talking, it's Valladolid. And as I say this, Valladolid with an opportunity. Our defense, you know, it doesn't matter what formation they're in, they're not going to be good ever. But here it's Hervias as he receives the ball, gets around one defender. Now it's a little bit of some passing play through the Valladolid attack. It's Hervias once again on the ball. He tries to get around Sanchez. He does, and he just misses the goal. First half was very uneventful, but things are starting to pop off a little bit more in the second half. An early opportunity for Vigo. It's Luis Sinistera running into some room. Finds Denis Suarez. A great ball to Santi Mina. Santi Mina with some great footwork, but the keeper saves it pretty easily. The Celts finding a rhythm more in the second half, much like that one Phineas and Ferb episode, but here it's Fran Beltran, passes it to Denis Suarez, good ball to Sinistera, and Sinistera just pokes that one into the net. It's 1-0 to Celta Vigo. It's great passing play by the boys, and we have ourselves another 3 points. Not the most convincing win, but it is a win. 18th place, Huesca. Unlike the first match against Huesca, this was not a struggle at all. Fran Beltran, Iago Aspas, a lovely lob ball up to Bryce Mendes. That is a beauty from Iago Aspas. He's been dominating in assists and goals for the club, and that just defines it all. 1-0 to Celta Vigo just like that. A little bit later, a corner whipped in, it's headed out, and it goes to Quaresma on the other side of the pitch. Quaresma gets on the ball, then he just runs away from the defender, passes it to Fran Beltran. Beltran now to Luis Sinistera. Sinistera to Bryce Mendes. Bryce Mendes then drops it right back to Sinistera. Great link up between the two, and it's 2-0 to Celta Vigo, thanks to Luis Sinistera, who is also having himself quite a good season. But here's Huesca with an opportunity through Maffeo. Not actually, it's Luis Sinistera dispossessing him, and Luis Sinistera is going to do what he always does, runs right into all that space, drops it to Bryce Mendes. Good ball to Iago Aspas across the keeper and into the net. It's a beautiful transition from defense to attack, and we have ourselves a 3-0 victory. Looking at the table, we jumped up to 5th place, and the gap still remains pretty close. Actually, now it's even closer for us. The Champions League is within just 2 points of our reaching right now. Looking at the youth academy, there's some great talent. Like I said before, there's Nacho Martin, there's Bryce Morales, there's plenty of other players like Abeledo, Menendez. I mean, there is so much potential for so many of these kids. It's an exciting time in the Celta Vigo academy. Next up, match day 26, a 5th versus 6th battle. It is Athletic Bilbao. Opportunity for Celta Vigo in the 12th minute. It's Yakushlu with a free header, and he misses it completely. We didn't see that many opportunities opportunities in the first half, but Athletic Bilbao didn't see a single chance, actually. So we've been doing well defensively wise. Luis Sinisterra, good dispossession though, falls to Yakuslu, great ball to Denis Suarez. How do you miss that badly? Oh, but as I say, Bilbao haven't had a single opportunity. Here's one in the 61st minute. They apply the pressure. It's Adair sweating it to a player, but it's Quaresma with fantastic defending play as he tracks that attacker all the way through. But it's like a machine press. Athletic Bilbao continue to push and mash the pressure on us. It's Baptista, but he's dispossessed by Olaza. Pass to Sinisterra. Good ball to Denis Suarez. Suarez is going to go on a bit of a solo run. Gets past that defender pretty luckily, and then he drops it to Iago Aspas all by himself. Iago Aspas, isolation, ice cold finish, and Celta Vigo, out of completely nothing, find themselves the first goal of the match, and we do get ourselves 3 points, which actually jumps us up above Atletico Madrid into 4th place thanks to them dropping points. What the hell is this season? 9th place, Betis. And again, it would be the lower tier side starting up pretty well against us. It's Nabil Fekir. He passed it to Loren, but it's blocked by Quaresma, who has been solid so far for us this season. Possession at the feet of Emre Mor as he leads the attack for Vigo. It's Denis Suarez now. Passes it to Fran Beltran. Beltran advances towards the defense, gets a lovely pass to Iago Aspas, who slips it past the keeper, and it's 1-0 to Celta Vigo. That clinical man himself, Iago Aspas, has done it again. Betis continue to grind for that goal though. It's Canales. Moreno chest down to Loren, but again, it's Quaresma covering that defense really well. But here's another opportunity. It's Carvalho, gets around one player, then passes it to Loren, now to Teo, and Christian Teo. Oh man. We go into the second half now with Vigo having an opportunity. It's Beltran, Renato Tapia, it's blocked, and now it is Real Betis starting up the counterattack. This cannot be good for us at all. Nabil Fekir, Loren as he waits for runners. He still continues driving forward towards the Celta Vigo defense. Passes it to Nabil Fekir. Now Canales. Great passing play as now it finds the feet of Carvalho, and Carvalho finds the back of the net for Real Betis, and it's equalized for the boys in green. And how about they continue that momentum? They come again towards our goal. It's Fran Sergio, passes it all the way up to Sergio Canales, and Canales with a lovely ball to Nabil Fekir, but it's stopped just by the foot of Ruben Blanco. Betis with another threat on goal, but it's dispossessed, and now Celta Vigo could start up something. It's Sinisterra, Denis Suarez, great pass to Fran Beltran. Beltran just hops over the midfielder, then creates another key chance, passes it to Iago Aspas, and Aspas is not really that ice cold this time. And now we drop back to 5th because of this result. This one's easy. 20th place, Elche. And listen, man, I was honestly very skeptical. I know we played a weaker side, but the first half, we struggled big time. But an opportunity here in the 57 minutes, Sinisterra, it's saved by the keeper, but then off the rebound, it's Okay Yakuslu with, I believe, his first goal of the season, and we have a 1-0 lead. And once we scored 1, we really started to actually pop off. It's Luis Sinisterra, a little bit of some dazzling dribbles, gets it to Bryce Mendes. Bryce Mendes once again playing that center attacking midfield role, drops it down to Iker Losada, and that man, the future Villa/Torres, I might as well just call him future Villa because I haven't used a single Torres at it, has found the back of the net. 2-0 to Celta Vigo now. Vigo continue to tear apart the Elche defense. It's Losada passing it to Nolito. Nolito turns his defender, goes into the box, but then stops, drops it to Yakuslu outside the box, now to Losada. Great back heel, and it's Luis Sinisterra to finish off a beautiful bit of Celta Vigo football. 3-0 to the Celts, and we get ourselves a pretty easy 3 points there. 16th place, Eibar. And this one started out really well for us in the first half. It's Luis Sinisterra to Denis Suarez. Suarez passes it to Santi Mina. Mina now back to Suarez. Suarez with a lovely ball outside to Luis Sinisterra on the left flank. Crosses in for Emre Mor. It's then cleared out only to Renato Tapia. Headed down to Emre Mor. And Emre Mor continues to show me why I should probably sell him next season. But then Eibar with an opportunity just moments later. It's Pedro Leon to Exposito. Out to Inui with a lovely ball as he just has him versus the keeper, and it's a good save as it was just straight at the keeper, but still, good save. And then moments later after that, it's Quaresma with a terrible pass, an unforced error, and you just do not see that from him very much. And now it's Pedro Leon leading the attack. He passes it to Garcia, but then Quaresma intercepts. He loses the ball again though. It's Fernandez, but then he's tackled, and now it's Celta Vigo all of a sudden on the counter attack. The messiest bit of play I've seen so far in this series. But here it's Luis Sinisterra receiving a beautiful ball. It's just him versus the keeper, and he's going to use his weak foot just to poke that one into the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Celta Vigo, just like that. And you know how it goes. We score one goal, and then the momentum is just all on our side. It's Manu Sanchez. He tries to get around the fullback, and then he just drops it back to Santimina, now to Renato Tapia. Good ball to Emre Mor, and Emre Mor continues to tell me I probably shouldn't even have to sell him next season. I should just drop him in the ports of Vigo and hope someone picks him up. With the half expiring, Os Celestes have an opportunity. It's Emre Mor passing it to Denis Suarez. Good ball to Fran Beltran as he finds in between the defenders. Gets a good ball out to Santimina, and now Santimina just has him versus the keeper, and he hits the post. Fast forward to the 70th minute, and it's an unforced error from the Celta Vigo defense again. It's Eibar through Inui. Plenty of space to cross this one in. For Oliveira, there is absolutely no one to cover him besides Manu Sanchez. And Manu Sanchez basically was no one, as the man is 5'7". And then Eibar scored again. We're choking against Eibar. But Afuteza, the undying spirit, comes alive again. It's Denis Suarez to Luis Sinisterra, and he's fouled in the box. We could at least salvage a point from this game. Iago Aspas with those ice in his veins versus the... We really